Happy Sunday, guys. I'm Clayton Allen, host of the Day Trading Plumber and founder of AllenFx. Man, what a week we had. And hopefully you guys liked the midweek review that I did last week. If you didn't catch it, go back and look at the midweek review. I'm going to try to start doing that every Wednesday, just to keep myself in check, keep you guys, my subscribers, full of new material. And Matt and I had to record the podcast over Zoom, so I posted that as well. So I think we're going to start trying to record the podcast, but Matt's a little wary about it because we do a lot of takes, and he does a lot of great editing with it. So when we do the videos, no editing, it's raw, it's live. Happy Sunday. I'm going to quickly go through the charts. You guys caught me. I had to get this done before my kids wake up, and as I was getting my morning workout in. So let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right to the charts, and let's get going here. All right, so we are on Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. I'm going to go from top down. You can see a profitable trade from one of our call-outs last week. But I still like where we're at. I like having this bearish zone right there. Hopefully we haven't missed it yet, but let me zoom in. And, guys, this is the 1 hour chart. So let's jump up to the daily, our normal. So what I'm seeing here on the daily, you can see we spiked right up in there, right? We spiked right there, and then we took a sell trade, and it worked out great. And it came all the way down, not all the way into our bullish area, but we've already spiked in there. We're sitting right around S2 on the daily. We have not come up to last week's pivot. So I kind of like this play on this pair. You could kind of start to see we might get a push to the higher side. We might push back down and test this trend line. We just don't know. So on my prediction on this pair, I actually think we're probably going to get another push down a little bit more, and then I'm going to be a buyer. I'd be a buyer if we test this line, and I'm going to put an alert there. 84, let's just put it a little high. 84,507. So if we cross that, we're going to start looking to buy. There we go. Bam. All right. Whoa, that's way up there. I want it down here. There we go. All right, let's look at Australian dollar, Swiss franc. Oh, all right. Let's turn this back to orange. Sorry, guys. I don't always follow my own color code sometimes. All right, Australian dollar, Swiss franc. So you can see we're waiting for price to get up to our bearish zone. We got a little bit of that push. See, a little bit of that push. Not quite. Then let me just get rid of that arrow. Then we've kind of had two flat days. I still think we're going to get that push. Let's draw that a little bit different. There we go. I think we're still going to get that push up to here. Then we're going to look bearish. But as we sit right now, you can see those two wicks of those days. It's probably why we got some sort of reaction there. But, excuse me. See, that's what Matt's talking about. But once we get that push, I'm going to look to be bearish only there. Again, pretty much same look on this pair. Yes, I even like it bearish if we get up to S2. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. You can see last week we predicted this up to our bearish zone. I missed it. We didn't put this trade in. And look what we got. We got the nice push back down to the halfway to the bullish zone. I think this week we're going to see kind of the same thing. And then now we might even get a little bit of a push higher. So I'm going to not be bearish unless we get back up to S2. Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay, so I think we're going to continue up to our bearish zone here. If we throw a retracement on this, you can see we're close to the 618. So maybe let me put my bearish there. And I'm going to put an alert because we haven't hit it yet. 62,304. And we'll look to get bearish off of that bounce. Man, tired. Kids will make you tired. Oh, all right. CAD Swiss franc. So those of you who have not caught my recorded podcast yet, we figured while we were recording, filming, I'd put together a quick little trading strategy that I call shelter in place because we're all sheltering in place. So basically what it is if you see a monstrous move like this and price starts to consolidate, just draw a box around it. This is your shelter and price is sheltered in place. And how we trade this, I mean, it's nothing new. Just gave it a fun little name because of what we're all dealing with, is resistance, support, resistance, support. Now, ultimately, the best trade of this scenario is you wait for a breakout of this zone, and that's the direction you go in. What I was telling my viewers is because the structure is down, you have this strong down and then this retracement or this consolidation phase. More than likely, these sell trades are going to be more highly probable because that structure's down. So, we had 1 sell trade, 2 sell trades, 3 very profitable. We had 1 buy trade you went through some drawdown on. See that? Some decent drawdown. And 1 could even draw the box there, and then you would have went in some big drawdown. But that's it. I still think this pair, this is great place to take small intra-week trades. However, we're waiting for the breakout. Breakout of this range, and then you breakout traders. You breakout traders are gonna love it. All right, CAD Japan, Japanese yen. Okay, so I think we're gonna at least come back up and touch S2 before we get bearish. I don't know what happened to my bearish rectangle. Bearish. And then as for bullish, if we get a pull down to this area, I'd be bullish. Where's the template? Bam. Yeah, see that, guys? So I think price is just going to kind of zigzag its way up to here. This is where I'm going to want to look, and it's pretty much based off this former support. See that? That's pretty big. Bearish zone. I like that. All right, so let's keep moving. Swiss franc JPY. Lots of little scribbles on this bad boy. So if we zoom in, we broke out of this channel. We've retested. We're all over the place here. Let's just get rid of some of this noise. Yeah, so we've almost tested this bearish zone 3 times now. So if we get another pull into that area, didn't quite get to R2. But if we get another pull back up here, I'll be looking for sells. You can see price just shot down, hit the pivot, and then instantly gave it permission to go back. So yeah, I kind of like this area as a bullish area now. We're starting to see some good activity there. But yeah, if I'm more of a seller, so if price gets back up into our bearish zone or possibly even R2, that's where I'm going to look for that move. Okay, let's go to Australian dollar, euro Australian dollar. Okay, so you can see last week we put a fib on this monstrous move. We're waiting for price to come down to the 618. We didn't get there last week, but we were bearish. So we're just waiting for that move still. Euro Swiss franc. We did get the bounce off the bullish zone, and we put our bearish zone right at the pivot, and it went bearish. It shot all the way down to the S2. So now that it's touched this S2, I really think, let's just do a quick examination of this move. 618 was right here. So I think this has complete permission to go to the moon now. The euro, it's getting a little stronger, hopefully. But from right here, I think we're going to get a good move. That's just my opinion. Lots of divergence here on the daily. It did hit the pivot, shot back down. Now I feel like it has permission to take some giant move up. Same thing here. I think we're right in the hot zone of this thing going back up to test that top. Okay, so let's just see if we get that bounce. Okay, Euro JPY, kind of the same thing, but you can see price perfectly stopped at the 618, and it now is pulled all the way up. And I'm a little bummed we missed that trade last week. But, like I said, things are a little dicey right now. Give yourself some permission to be a little cautious, because we need to be right now. Things are crazy in the markets. So I'm going to look for a retest of this and then probably get bearish on this pair. Maybe even a push all the way up to R2. We don't know. Euro NZD. I still have our alert down here. You can see price did not get down there yet. So we're going to go ahead and leave those things in place. If we throw a Fibonacci retracement tool on this, let's just go all the way up there. You can see we're hovering around the halfway point, the 0.5. So price is starting to just kind of show its ugly head there. So let me get rid of that, and maybe that's a better play. It's definitely a tighter play. So if we get a retest of those bottoms, we'll get bullish. If we get a pull all the way up to our bearish zone, we will get bearish. Euro US dollar. Look at this power move. I'm actually caught in a sell trade off of this, and don't ask me why, people. Bonehead move of the week. I posted a video that when it got, let's just do it real quick. When it got to this pivot last week, I drew a trend line, and you guys can go back and look at that video. It's on TradingView. I sent out to my followers on TradingView that I thought we were going to see a double top scenario. Right here where these red candles are, I got short. In the video, I said I wouldn't get short unless I saw a trend line break, which was a smarter, more cautious play. So now I'm stuck in this bullish move. I'm waiting for it to hit this bearish zone, and that's where I'm going to throw in a rollover trade. We're right at the 618 right now. So that's what I'm looking for, guys. So I'm a little biased on this because I got myself caught into some drawdown on this pair. It'll most likely stretch back up to this R2. We're at the 618 right now. don't worry, I'm in no threat of blowing my account up, but I'm going to throw in a rollover trade somewhere in this bearish area if we start to see fundamentally, the euro get a little bit less stronger and the dollar, come back a little bit this week. But look at this whipsaw, people. This is where lots of money's made and lots of money's lost. However, if you're caught in a bad trade, you're going to go on a ride. So this is when times, you can see normal times, where there's a lot of indecision in the world today. Euro CAD. Okay, so Canadian dollars is taking a beating because of oil. So everyone's just kind of waiting. And here's another good example of that strategy I was telling you guys, right? Put it in the box. Kind of like that. Trade support and resistance in this box. Let's turn this box. We don't want this box green. Where's the colors? We like our shelter in place boxes to be gray. Now, this works on other time frames too, guys. This daily's obviously a way bigger box. But I'm going to trade this box till I get a good breakout. That's what I'm doing. GBP AUD. Again, price, if we get stretched back up to this bearish zone, I'm going to trade back down to our bullish zone. But I think we may already be on that move. Saw the spike up, and you can see when we've spiked up before, we've had that pull down. So I think this one's a short out of the gate. British pound, Canadian dollar. Okay, so almost got to R2. I think we're going to get to R2. I don't know why we're bullish craps all the way down there. I like that. So if we get another stretch into there, I'll look bearish. If we come all the way back down here, I'll look bullish. Let's give it some credit. I like it right there. There's been a lot of price turns in that area. Try to shorten our wait time up a little bit. British pound, Swiss franc. So we already have the fib on. We are in between the 0.38 and the 5. So I'm going to wait till this area right there. That would be where I want to see price. I think price is going to get. Now would be where I start looking bearish. Right at the tip of that. Right in between the 618 and the 0.5. I know some of you guys are probably cringing on how I draw my trend lines. My Fibonacci's aren't perfect because nothing's perfect in trading. Like I said, just get to a zone and start waiting and looking for a smaller time frame price action confirmation, and you got a chance. We get to try to get too perfect in trading, and when we try to get too perfect, price doesn't do exactly what it's supposed to. Some would say that it didn't do exactly what you told it to, so it kept you from getting in a bad trade. And to each their own. Everyone trades their own way. I find great success with just picking an area that I want to wait for and then seeing what price does in there, and then I commit. I just commit to it. And then, those of you that follow me long enough know that I use what I was taught by my good friend Rob Booker, rollover trade. I was wrong here. Okay, well, position size matters, and I'll wait for another level that I like, and I'll take another trade. So we haven't broke this trend line, and price continues up. I'm going to see when we get to this bearish area here on British pound JPY and look for this sell. Let's see what Fibonacci Old Fibonacci's telling us. That's right in between the 618 and the point 0.5. Perfect. I like it. So we may even widen the zone a little bit. So we get in there. I'm going to start looking at smaller time frames, price action, and enter the trade at the top. A little safer way is wait for this trend line break. You're going to lose a little bit than if you caught it at the top, but it's a little bit more of a confirmation that things have swung, or the trend has changed. I'm also no stranger to moving average crosses too. You get a smaller time frame moving average and it crosses over. There's your confirmation that it's changed, and a lot of people use that. I'm not knocking it. A lot of people use it. Okay, British pound NZD. Okay, so you can see we kind of drew this wedge, really shitty wedge. I like where I have this still, and I like our bearish zone. Lots of turnarounds happening right in this area here. You can see the last Friday we got there. I think we'll get a push back up into there, and then we can start looking bearish. I mean, look how tight R2 we are right here, right? We are tight, so we're going to be looking for some explosion on this pair. I have this alert all the way down here. I think it's more probable we're going to come up here sooner. So I like that. I think as far as bullish, I'm going to go to this S2 level right now. Tighten that range up a little bit. British pound dollar. Ooh, we're right at the 618. We almost touched it. So this one I'm going to turn red. In the sense that we saw this push. We're at the 618. And now it's this decision time, people. Big bearish move, retracement back, small rejection there. So this is one where I'm going to look at right out of the gate. We're in our zone. Look for a smaller time frame confirmation and look for this move. Whew. I mean, one could even do this, right? Even if you think it's a complete turnaround and it's going bullish, right? Well, let's just pull Fibonacci on this. And I get it. We are predicting that this is the exact moment we're going to see a pullback. Well, put your take profit on one of these lines. I personally think have the move, retrace, we're at the 618. We're getting a pullback here, possibly a continuation. However, this is great money here. So if you do catch this, don't get greedy. Take your profits on one of these levels. NZD CAD. What a mess we got here. So we had this big, look at these wicks, man. Hard and fast. Big move down. Let's see. Did I just delete that Fibonacci off there? I probably did. And, it stalled out the 618. That's why we're there. So I think we're right in the red zone here of a short trade. These giant wicks just scare me. But I think now that price came back up, we're going to see a continuation of this trend downtrend for the week. NZD CHF. Look, we had this little trend. We broke it. So I think we made it midway back, but I'm going to look for a move back down to here. I'm not going to trade that move, but this is where I'm going to get bullish from. Maybe get that springboard off there. NZD JPY. Again, right, almost into our S2 in our bearish area. So I think we're going to get this move now. And I'm going to turn this one red because I think we've got enough meat on the bone to catch it. Where we're at. Ooh, 618. I think it's time. This move is happening. You can see we called it from right there last week. We're at the 618. It's decision time, people. Continuation of this. Like I said, even if you think this is a turnaround, it's good point. We're going to get at least a good pullback. So set those take profits on a Fibonacci retracement of the upside. Okay, US Canadian dollar. All right. You can see we're sitting right where we put our bullish zone because strong bullish move. We had the pullback. You can see this pullback starting to form, guys. Now we're at the 0.5. We saw a little rejection there. We could get another test. That if we get another test here, we look for a small time frame rejection. And this would be where we buy from. However, we could go all the way down to 618. So this is what we have to be careful of on those areas. But I like it. I like this long. If we get another pull down there, at least to a double top scenario. And then we're going to get short. Whew. Like it. Like it. Let's make a big M. USD CHF got right past R2 here into our bearish area. We saw this decline. Looks like I was looking to get bullish at the 0.5. Did not take the trade. So now I'm looking at the 618 level. Let's see what price does here. I'm going to put an alert because it could get there pretty fast. 94804. Bam. There we go. USJPY. We saw this wedge, right? If you guys are on TradingView watching me, we called out this wedge. And when we saw the break we took some small trades. Me and this pair have had a bad run this year. So, but look at right where it's starting to turn around, right where this support is here. I think what we're going to see here is I want to start looking bearish. We're at the 108s, which is pretty much what I called right here. I think at least coming back to that pivot. And, you know, if we throw our fun little Fibonacci tool on, that is the halfway point. 0.5, 618 if we're lucky. I like the 618. So let's leave that on there and we will see where we get. We will see where we get, guys. Now, fundamentally, the dollar is getting devalued because of all this trillions and trillions of dollars being printed. The equities markets is crazy. And like I've said all the time, this pair is heavily correlated with the U.S. equities market. Mostly because you can borrow yen, invest it in the market, make money, and not pay any interest back on your loan of yen. Wow, what a concept, right? But if you aren't making money in the stock market anymore and you're at risk of losing it, you close it out and you pay back your yen loans. Or you should be. All right, Mexican peso. I don't trade this pair, but you can see last week we called this turnaround. And those of you that took this trade, I'd love your comments. And also to tell you you're crazy. And I love the hell out of you because I used to be a crazy guy who would trade this pair, the wild bucking Bronco. But now that it's showed its ugly colors, you can see price only came to the 0.38 so far. So we may get that push down to here, or a continuation down to the 618. Like I said, I'm not bullish this pair to all the way down here. This pair likes to make some long kick you in the balls moves or make you rich moves, however you want to view it. I like bullish here possibly. But if we see it pull back up from only coming to the 3.8, I love where we have our bearish zone, because it oftentimes, if we don't get it past or not touch 318, we're looking for a double top scenario. So if it goes down from there, we could get bullish, but double top, then I like it. It has permission now to do whatever it wants. So, I should have left that in there. So if it just goes straight down from where it's at, look right here to get bullish. If we continue back up, look for that bearish zone for your entry. All right, guys. Thanks for coming back again. I'm going to do the midweek review again this week, and I got some new software that you might see a different look to the channel. Like I said, I'm just a normal guy, a plumber who trades for a living now, and it's just me. Look around. It's just me in here. So I'm figuring out a lot of new things, a lot of new thumbnail tools, and some video editing software. So look for the channel to change a little bit. If you're enjoying the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe and share it with your friends. Share it with anyone you think might get some value out of it. And as well, if you haven't already, check out my podcast. I think the recording's already up. And, Matt and I are going to decide if we're going to record them from now on. So we have the podcast on the YouTube channel. All right. Keep safe, guys. Shelter in place. I'm going to work on that strategy and get a lot more details out to it and post it here on YouTube for all of my followers. All right. Have a great week. And as always, let's go make some money together. Over and out.